So you'll need two types of fabric for this tunic. One to use as the outside, in this case I'm using a green suede, and then one to use as the inner lining. In this case I'm using kind of a chartreusey satin. So then you have to cut out the pattern pieces. I do have a template for this pattern at the woodlandelf.com/pattern/tunic. It's drawn on a graph, so you want to use graph paper to enlarge the pattern big enough to fit you. So you'll cut the one piece on the fold of your outer fabric, and then cut another of that same piece on the fold of your inner lining fabric. Then you'll take the other pattern piece and cut two out of the outer fabric, and then two out of the lining fabric. So what you want to do is just turn the liner layer over about 1/2 inch, and then you're going to turn the upper layer over 1/2 inch as well, and just pin that, and you're going to go all the way around to pin the liner right to the suede side. And you're just going to sew it together just along the edge. And so here it is with the liner sewn onto the suede part. And you should do this for each of the 3 pieces. And so then here's what the big back piece should look like. And here's what the 2 pieces for the front should look like. And so then you want to lay the 2 front pieces over the back piece with the right sides together so that the lining is facing outward. And then you just want to sew the pieces together at the tops of each shoulder and then down each side, leaving the armholes open, of course. So then just turn it right side out. And so then here is the main part of the tunic starting to take shape. So then you want to sew on some gold trim. Mine is gold with a green stripe down the center. You want to sew that around the collar, and then a few inches up from the bottom of the tunic. You want to go up the center, a few inches up from the bottom of the tunic, and then around the entire bottom, front, and back of the tunic. And so then finally you want to add some eye holes along the center opening. The easiest way to do that is to poke a hole with something sharp and then take a pair of scissors and enlarge that hole. And then take one of your eye holes, push it through the hole with the spiky side to the inside, and then put the eyelet tool on a hard surface. Put the rounded part of the eyelet onto the little tool, and then take the other piece of the tool and lay that over the top side of it, and then you'll just take a hammer and pound it down, and that will pound the spikes flat, just like that. And you'll want to put those eyelets all the way down the front of the tunic between the gold trims on the collar and on the bottom. And so then you just string those eyelets with some gold trim and you have the finished tunic. And you can wear this with an undershirt underneath it. I've got a green one here, and I put a little gold trim on the sleeves to match the gold trim on the tunic.